Hello, this is Yahweasel. That's Lord Pie. Say hello.
That's me on the horse, yes.
Hello. right there. That's Lord Pie. There he is. Actually, that's Lord Pie. He's the horse.
Oh, who is the horse master?
Let's not ask any questions. I'm also I hate to point this out, but look at the overlap of the what is perhaps supposed to be the hind leg, but is clearly his penis on the horse.
I was going to make a very similar joke about the rectangular penis of the horse.
That could be the udder of the horse. Let's, we don't even know if it's a male horse. But this, I mean, that can
definitely his penis.
That can only be his penis just lying. I mean, at least he's not erect. At least it's just lying across the horse. Anyway, this is version 2.01 of Horsemaster, and we've already gotten demonetized. Luckily, I don't monetize my videos anyway. So shall we click new game?
Oh, no. Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, let me click credits first. Let me just. Holy crap! Okay, you know what? If you want to read all of that, feel free. I was expecting one name. Twine. That's the name of this system. Twine. Okay. New game. You have trained your whole life for this moment. The first step in becoming a horse master. Master. You gotta buy a horse. Your own horse. But we can click you, horse master, or your own horse.
So, what happens when we click on you? Is it going to tell us things about us?
Dirty, calloused, windblown.
Oh, it is.
So that's just more detail. But the way Twine works, any of these could be actual progress.
So we've got to be careful.
Yeah. But let's see what a horse master is. A master
of
horses.
What a horse master is.
A coveted position with tenure.
Oh, that's great.
Fantastic. So it's actually more like a professor of horsemanship. Hard won in reward for excellence in horse mastery across all disciplines, namely the horsey disciplines. You gotta buy a horse. Well, we've run out of options, so let's buy our own horse.
We're gonna have an HD.
The salesman left the factory showroom a few moments ago to talk to the foreman about incorporating some of your specifications into your horse. You are alone with your thoughts. I'm gonna make clear what the clickable things are. You are alone with your thoughts while a scuffed plexi screen buzzes some sun-faded government propaganda.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna see.
Yeah,
like look at the salesman, look at our specifications. I'm going to guess out of optimism that we're gonna follow a sort of pattern of like first paragraph, anything you click in it is just more detail. Second paragraph, anything you click in it is actual motion or changes.
Let's assume that for now, yeah.
The salesman is ruddy-cheeked, spittle-fingered, more than a little condescending. And our specifications...
Right.
Oh, hello, never mind to that. The Dexo has met your giddy excitement about purchasing your first horse and is making you second guess everything. Did you remember to ask for everything and in proper order? Is that why the salesman was so put off by you? Let's see. You wanted a Furioso Hellfist, Europa Trotter, or Carolina Coffin Breath?
Oh, the first and last one are excellent.
The first and last are very, very good. I really want to go with Carolina Coffin Breath.
I agree. I agree.
Sure, the Carolina Coffin Breath, consistently the choice of all the top international horse masters. Achieving horse mastery with a coffer would mark you as a bold new talent operating at the highest skill level of all horse masters. Their coloration is always a deep black, such as devours all light striking it. They normally stand no taller than 16 hands, but grow elaborate flared carapaces that intimidate all other breeds. Are carapaces something one grows? Whatever. There's no way Father would ever have purchased a premium breed like a coffer, but he's not here. That's the horse I came for, and that's the horse I asked for, or, whoa, that's not what I meant.
We definitely want this horse.
Of course we
might want to read about all the others.
That's a good point. Okay, yeah, we can go back. Right, the Furioso Hellfist. The breed is an okay amber in coloration with limited markings and is known for an arrogant gait. They regularly stand as tall as 18 hands and it can expect a long life. The first horse you ever assisted mastering when you were only 8 was when you were only 8 factorial. So when you were 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2, you were in your infancy as a god, was a Furioso Hellfist, and this is why you can't raise your left arm over your shoulder. His name was Cruel Saunders. That's not what I wanted. Europa Trotter.
No, we don't want this.
Of course, a Europa Trotter, just like the first horse you ever saw. Maybe you're overly sentimental. Most horse masters regard this breed as having poor hoof formation due to impure bloodlines, but a well-built Europa can still strum your wonder strings. They can range in color from F9, F9 to as dark as 646270. So pretty gray in either case. Like, this is starting to get a little bit of blue to it, but it's pretty darn gray. And their musculature, temperament, and sheen can vary just as wildly, depending on how well mastered they are. But the important thing about the Carolina Coffin Breath is that it had the longest description by far.
And it's very clearly the best choice.
Yes, and it's the only one that mentions God. So that's also... Yes. I mean, no one uses dad as in, like, my dad with a capital D. That clearly means...
Obviously,
that clearly means God. So God would not have purchased a breed like this. He doesn't need to. He's God. He can just make them. But he's not here. We've abandoned God, and we're going to buy a Carolina Coffin Breath.
Yes.
That's the horse I came for, and that's the horse I asked for. The salesman left the factory showroom a few moments ago to talk to the foreman about incorporating some of your specifications into your horse. You are alone with your thoughts while a scuffed plexi screen buzzes some sun-faded government propaganda. You are waiting on the completion of your custom-bred Carolina Coffin Breath. Sitting in one place for so long on the dexobrimidine is doing funny things with your sense of time passing / not passing.
Do we want to see the propaganda, maybe?
I love propaganda. Rebel groups. Why am I giving the same voice to the links as to that? That doesn't make any sense. Rebel groups defeated. Peace restored through strength of morals. President. Life is a succession of disappointments. Labor satisfaction all-time high. Joanna's baby bump.
What?
You heard all this buzz on the factory showroom anyway.
Wish I hadn't heard the propaganda.
Too bad. We've heard it.
So what about our thoughts? Because you've seen our specifications. Yep. What about the thoughts?
That salesman seemed to think you didn't know what you were talking about regarding horses. Your father's legacy. The dexobrimidine tension, skipping your molars against... What? Skipping your molars against each other could give off sparks. What is taking so long already?
What are our teeth made out of?
Good point. I would love to know what dexobrimidine is.
Yeah, let's Google it. You could Google it.
I'm just going to click it. It might not be a real thing.
It very well probably isn't.
Schedule 2 controlled substance. The nightly drip is essentially a job requirement for the mastery of horses in order to react with an almost unconscious speed to their powerful movements. And keep yourself alive for continued mastering of horses. Now that you're striking out on your own, you've upped the dosage to a professional level, hence your obnoxiously clattering teeth all morning.
Well, I guess the first option. Let's see what a Schedule 2 controlled substance is.
Schedule 2 drugs, substances, or chemicals are defined as drugs with a high potential for abuse, less abuse potential than Schedule 1 drugs, with use potential leading to severe psychological or physical dependence. These drugs are also considered dangerous. Some examples of Schedule 2 drugs are cocaine, methamphetamine, methadone, hydromorphone, pyridine, Demerol, oxycodone, Oxycontin, fentanyl, Dexedrine, Adderall, piloxifide, brinotilene, concussatine, and, of course, dexobrimidine. The Horse Master's Lament.
If we click on that, it's just going to take us back, obviously, yeah. Well, I mean, let's see what the professional level is, because that's going to be relevant.
Though the FDA recommends no more than 6 milliliters administered nightly, the generally accepted wisdom in the professional horsemaster community is the so-called perfect 10 milliliters intravenous over a 6-hour period.
Wow.
So what? That's 40 milliliters a day rather than 6. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
As of 3 days ago, you have graduated yourself to a professional pharmaceutical level. Let's do this.
This phrasing is excellent.
We only have one option left.
Teeth.
And we're just back here again. And I think we've clicked everything except for sense of time passing / not passing. So
that would seem the relevant thing to have not pass anymore. Yeah.
For example, you are certain that the salesman will have entered from the far set of double doors. He will have had been chuckling at his private joke, and will have. And then the salesman enters from the far set of double doors. He's chuckling at his private joke and wiping his still wet fingers on his damp tie. Sheena says she's never heard of a Carolina coffin breath with specs like this before, but it's not outside the scope of the theoretical musculature load, he sniffs. Frankly, I've been in the horse business for 18 years, and I think you're just showing off. Grow a horse to these levels, well, it's like you aren't taking these noble animals seriously.
I mean, we ride around on them high out of our minds, apparently.
This is true. And I'm not impressed by his lack of vision.
Nor am I.
There is a reason this man is a horse salesman and not a horse master. Your father despised men like this. He sighs. They're spinning up the nutrient vat right now. Confirmation of your payment will trigger the fertilization process. He slides a chipped glass pay palm invoice to you. It glows on the brushed steel counter, waiting. Pregnant. So it is common to describe a pause or even a wait as pregnant, but you can't just put the word next to waiting and expect it to make sense. The pay palm itself is pregnant. The worst thing is, I'm sure that's intentional because this game has already gone like off all of the walls in terms of its wording. A simple palm splay, and you'll own the new growth horse that will come to define your career, your own legacy, and that's one big link.
It is. Well, I mean, we presumably want to click on the first one.
Between the cost of the animal-grade dexobrimidine... So wait, it's animal-grade...
So maybe the horse needs some as well.
I guess. I mean, we, as a human, are also an animal... which you then cut with store-bought distilled water and a vitamin-heavy nutrient wash to keep your liver strong enough to process it all. And the cost of your Carolina coffin breath, you've leveraged everything. You'll have some substantial loans come due once you become a horsemaster. Luckily, top horsemasters essentially ascend from the cash-based economy to a place of pure grace and skill. We're better than money.
Obviously.
Well, we're back here. There's only one link to press.
Yep.
The glow of the pay palm flares and then fades. The salesman takes the simple pain. What? I can read.
Okay, right.
It's like he leaps to another plane of reality. He takes the simple pain back from you and clicks his tongue. The two of you watch the clucking propaganda for a few minutes. He never offers you coffee. What an absolute twit. I mean, given that we're high off our mind on dexobrimidine or whatever, we probably shouldn't drink coffee, but whatever. The loop is updated at least, so there's a brief twinge of novelty. Another win for pasta. It could happen. Shocking patriotism tips the government. The shocking patriotism tips the government doesn't want you to know. Frederick to Giaya. Maybe next life. Rebel leader's impotent study proves. The salesman notices your apathy. More like lamestream meteorite, he says. Definitely gave him the right voice.
Yeah, it really did.
The glow of the pay palm flares and then fades. This took us back. Okay.
Oh, this is back to there. Okay.
There's a short 8-bit fanfare. Play Horsemaster theme from Horsemaster to cut. Horsemaster, yes. You are the Horsemaster. There we go. To cover up the whirring sound as the rotating cylinder rises from the floor. On top of the cylinder, illuminated from above, is a blue sphere, which is our only link. So let's go there. Your horse isn't blue, of course. The blue comes from the foamy nutrient gravy. I love me some foamy nutrient gravy.
Who doesn't?
Suspended within it, the size of a pinky knuckle, is the slumbering larva of your horse.
What?
Freshly struck from the egg sac of its queen's papal dough.
It's Queen's papal dome.
I mean, I realize that papal has relevant meanings, but I just can't detach it from as in the Pope.
Yeah. That is great.
You will have... So I guess the Bromadibbish-doobadoo gives us, like, the ability to see the future a little bit. You will have hefted it, and it will be warm and round in a perfect way. The music ends. You are still... Horsemaster, you are still staring at the blue sphere on the fully extended column. Even though there are no other customers on the showroom floor, it's clear the salesman is impatient for you to leave. And it's time to take our horse.
As we should, as horse masters.
The moment you lift the blue orb, the underlighting flips off and the cylinder drops immediately back into the floor. You heft it, and it's warm and round in a perfect way. It has a fleshy give, but it's gravy. A breast almost. No, but rubbery like a water balloon. So, if you've been following my playthrough of EverQuest for Pocket PC, we've determined that magic is stored in the boobs. And when you inflate the breasts with magic, it takes on this texture. You are moving very slowly, knowing what you have sacrificed to hold this little ball, if you know what I mean. Knowing just how fresh into our world this Frankfurter of life is, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you are terrified to drop it, break it. You will clench your hands, and the plasticized rubber bladder will rip, and the foamy gravy will run down your fist, and one scrape of your heel will make this horse a pink streak of fire.
Pink.
I just drew that word out of nowhere. It doesn't
You
say
really
that. A pink streak on the... So you seem to be... For some reason, you want to kill the horse you just got, I guess.
I think it's maybe a premonition that you will accidentally, maybe?
Yeah. The salesman is holding the door open for you to leave. Fucking deviant, the salesman mutters as he locks the door behind you. You leave the horse factory, still carrying the blue... We got demonetized in minute 1. Still carrying the blue sphere of your horse with more care than it probably requires. It's late enough that you have to take 2 buses to get home. You're not dumb. You wrap the sphere in an old sweatshirt and put that old sweatshirt in a plastic bag. That seems like the opposite of the sensible way. You're not dumb, so you make sure you get lint all over it. You try carrying it like you don't absolutely depend upon its contents to survive. You try not to draw any attention to yourself. The rides are long. Longer still because individual moments are tending to balloon, you notice. You try not to be aware of every slow movement of the bus driver. You try not to be bored both now and in all future permutations of the soon-to-be now that your Dexode brain can retrieve. Bored Plus. New by Microsoft. It's late when you get to your building. The tide of awareness receded. 3 flights up, a single room. Yeah, that's a good place for a horse. Why not?
Definitely.
I have a studio apartment, so I've got the bed here and the stables over there. You open Then again, I mean, this is a horse that's grown in a factory.
Exactly.
So.
Considering it, yeah, I don't know if it's an actual horse.
It's measured in hands. Nothing on Earth is measured in hands except for horses. You open the bag, then carefully unfold the sweatshirt. There's a wet spot. You run your hands over the soft orb, so soft, back and forth. Nothing. You turn on the bathroom lights and hold it up. No leaks, just condensation, probably.
I'm glad my horse orb isn't leaking.
Dang it, Pa, you brought us down to reality, and it's freaking me out. You fill the bathtub with room temperature water to float the orb in it. Water rationing be damned. Even with the faucet on full, this takes almost half an hour. You're so tired that you almost forgot to hang your Dexobrimadine drip before you gnawed off on the futon. Once again, only one choice. This sure is a text adventure game and or story with some links in it.
It really is, yeah.
Oh my god, there's images! This is why, this is the fundamental reason.
This is not text adventure!
This is the fundamental reason we couldn't have played this on the printer. Not the links, which I would just have to walk into the other room and press on the paper and that would work somehow. Anyway, it's day one, the...
touchscreen paper!
What? Oh,
touchscreen paper for pressing
I had already moved past that. Breed Carolina Coffin Breath, age 1, day, I guess. Growth phase larva. Glamour 4, uncanny 4. I love that as a property.
Yes.
My uncanny is way higher than 4. Pep 4, realness 3. It's not as real as it is uncanny. I feel like we probably need to get its realness above its uncanniness, or that's going to be dangerous. Discretion.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Discretion 5, and thus valor slightly more than 5. The little blue sphere burst in the tub. Diluted nutrient gravy gives the water a bluish hue. Your little horse uses its cilia to push itself around your bathtub. You'll be showering in this sink until your horse can breathe on its own in a couple days. You have 20 days until the Horse Master competition. You have 3 actions left today. Inject horse with nutrients or feed horse.
Is there no scrolling down at all here?
No, this is the whole screen.
Okay.
It just happens to be sort of exactly the height of the screen.
What's the difference between these two options?
Well, I'm betting that if you feed the horse, it'll die, because this is a larva. This is the stage where really this horse should be inside of the womb of a mother horse. And so
this is true.
We can't just try to stick things into its not yet developed mouth. We should inject nutrients directly. You slide the needle into the main nerve bundle of your horse's central nervous system. That's the place to inject nutrients, not into the digestive tract, directly into its fucking brain.
It has no digestive tract yet.
It's a full cocktail of essential vitamins, nutrients, stimulants, and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors.
What?
You got a full set of these injections from the pharmacist who provided the liberal allotments of Dexobrimadine. Best not to dwell on how much it costs. Discretion +3 already. That's impression. That's impression? That's impressive. Uncanny +2. It's become
so
more
I guess
uncanny.
The other option would have raised different stats then.
Right, so probably all of these affect the stats, and who knows which stat we want. Discretion is the better part of valor, and definitely we want a valorous horse, so...
Yes,
let's not dwell on how much it cost. Growth phase larva, discretion is all the way up to 8. Okay. We have 2 actions left in it. So basically we get 3 actions a day. We seem to only have the same 2 choices.
Let's try the other one then.
Many horses are raised to a professional caliber without ever eating solid foods in their entire life.
What?
You probably shouldn't overdo it, but might give your horse the edge in the realness it needs to win. Realness +2. Everything improves discretion. Its discretion is going to be enormous. It's going to be the most discreet horse the world has ever known.
It's got cilia. Of course it's discreet and tiny.
Its realness is 5. It's starting to catch up with uncanny, but I really feel like we want the realness to be more than uncanny, but whatever.
Well, that suggests we want to feed it again.
So just to tell the viewers, neither of us know what the hell we're doing, obviously. I'm sort of trying to leave the options to Pi because I'm the one recording and I'm going to do the editing and all that crap. But I seem to have sort of suggested that, let's feed it again. This is the exact same message. Realness +4 this time. It's either slightly randomized or something. So the
Same
horse is,
values, different amounts, maybe.
the horse is more real than it is uncanny now, so that's good. And it's turning dark in our extraordinarily shitty apartment.
Because it's the last action. We've used our last action.
Yep. Time to hang the dexobrimidine drip and try to sleep. You listen and imagine you can hear your horse splishing in the tub. You sleep. Your dream is a dial tone that lasts all night.
No.
Are you sure you want the word dream and not horrific nightmare?
Oh.
Age 2, growth phage, growth phage. The bacteriophage we're using to grow this is a larva. Glamour 5, uncanny 7, pep 5, realness 10, discretion 13. You're up before dawn to check the readouts from the first day. Those numbers up above are right where they should be on an overall efficiency curve. You dip your hand in the tub to do a physical check on your horse. No bifida, no unsealed clefts. The nutrient gravy makes your hand smell like artificial banana flavoring. Yum, yum! You have 19 days until the Horsemaster competition. You have 3 actions left today. We have the same options again. I guess so long as it's a larva.
Clicker?
I'm guessing that so long as it's a larva, those are the only options we have, but it might get a little bit more interesting.
I assume, yeah. So,
oh, wait.
What
the? There's like... Oh my god.
Zoom out?
Why is it not scrolling correctly? Why won't the screen scroll?
I knew there was something. Oh dear. Oh god.
I went out of full screen. Like here it is in non-full screen mode.
What?
It doesn't even work.
Oh.
Game's busted, yo. So, like, see, I can scroll. I just have the browser in full screen. That's all. There's nothing especially, strange going on to the setup. But then I put this in full screen, and it doesn't frickin' work. So, I guess I'll just have to change the size occasionally to make sure we can see everything. I was just trying to make it take all the screen, but apparently I can't scroll. So we did, a little bit too much of these two last time.
We should obviously electrostim its apodemes.
Yes, of course. That's apodemes. Jeez. The fans hum as the electrostim powers up. To which end do you attach the electropads, dorsal or ventral?
Ventral, obviously.
You clip the pads to the ventral side of your horse. There's a short sizzling sound and a copper smell to the air. The horse is stimulated. To ginger someone up or to do something gingerly, the reason where that comes from, it isn't just the fact that ginger is hot and thus, is going to make you more ginger. It comes from people sticking ginger in horses' asses. Not a joke. That is a true story that people actually did. And so what we've done here is ginger up our horse, improve its pep by sticking an electrical stimulator in its butt.
I mean, I imagine the ginger would pep me up in certain ways. Just not ways I would like.
But at least we improved its realness, too.
We have, yes. That's important. Oh, we should groom this larva.
You shoplifted a selection of shampoos and conditioners to help with grooming. Which do you apply this time? Revelry, Shrike, or Grandeur? I feel like we're a bit early to be grooming the horse since it's a larva, but, whatever.
No, that's Shrike, obviously.
Shrike smells like just soap. It is the shampoo and conditioner combination of realness. When you are a horse master, you will never, ever use Shrike on yourself.
What?
Are we a horse master? Are we a horse master?
Because we use the same dexobrimidine drug.
And the same shampoo.